your jet. Watch your jet, bro. Watch your jet!
Killing Stalking, a comic that my 13-year-old self had no business reading. It was one of the first comics that actually introduced me to Korean manhwas. These Koreans are built different. I got into manhwa at this very awkward stage where suddenly everyone wrote kidnapping stories. Killing Stalking, warehouse, baby, detained, all of that stuff. I feel like manhwa authors are so easily impressionable. They just see something doing good and immediately make it a trend. They said, oh, Stockholm Syndrome? Ooh. Also, yes, I called Killing Stalking Yaoi or BL or whatever you want to call it. I know someone is already mad in the comments, but look me dead in the eyes and tell me that shit was not gay. Two Korean niggas, kiggers, if I might say, having hot, steamy sex after a birthday dinner. BL is romance, and for me, romance means development between two characters in a romantical sense. Sangwoo and Bum certainly had that, just a very toxic one. But enough of that, let's talk about Killing Stalking. So the first chapter starts with our least favorite main character of all time, Yoon Bum. The only nigga who can make a 24 look like a rough 50, bro. I usually don't judge people like this, but this nigga's fictional, so I don't care. He is ugly. When I look at Bum, I don't know if I'm looking at a man or a starving child. And genuinely, he looks like he stinks. The last time I saw a design of a character and I immediately had to hold my breath out of instinct, it was Nagito. And notice how he and Nagito have the same coat? It says a lot. So Yoon Bum fell in love with Sangwoo after his military service because Bum, as his name already says, has been a bum his whole freaking life, and Sangwoo saved him from being attacked by some people. If I ever make a video about the dumbest reasons why main characters fall in love with the male lead, then Yoon Bum is going to be in top 3 and he's not going to be 3. Because that bum saw Sangwoo from across the room, got saved by him once, and decided, oh, that's the love of my life now. So naturally, I'm gonna break into your home. I want to say that Bum is like the quiet kid in class that you should be nice to, but genuinely, I feel like you should do the opposite. This is the only instance where bullying might save your life. Because look at the energy he puts into people that are nice to him. You know, the energy he puts into people that he loves. You are harassing the wrong person, bro. And this is why he pisses me off, bro, because we live in a time where you can just write a simple DM. A simple thank you would have been enough. They live in Korea, right? And in Korea, it's not unusual to invite someone out for dinner to show them your thanks, right? So why didn't he just do that? And it pisses me off again because you do all that, right? And you're still bad at it. He is struggling so much with a dumb-ass password, bro. When I was 13, I had to quit the manhwa because that scene gave me so much anxiety, bro. How bad can you be? And just to put it into perspective, right? Bro's stanky green minus aura was so big it could be felt from across the street and actually alerted the police. Fast forward, he manages to break into the house. He ignores all the red flags. And this is why I say love makes blind, because genuinely, if I found a hatch in a nigga's room, oh, I am leaving. You will not see me sit there. You will not see me think about going inside, and you will not see me in this house for the rest of my life. My man saw an almost dead woman, a kidnapped woman on the ground, and said, you know what, exploring is the best option here.
Excuse me, what the actual fuck are you doing on my...
And then he gets knocked down. This nigga said, let me break into my man's house and see what's up. And now you're dead. I wish he would have been dead, because it would have actually saved us from a lot of trauma, bro. Genuinely, I didn't have to know about the people in the walls. But at least it gave us this iconic shot, and it gave us the first glance on cue the music. Here he comes. The man, the myth. Oh, Sangwoo. If this nigga tried to make a move on me, I'd fall for it right away, bro. My fate would have not been different from the woman lying there. The thing about Sangwoo is that he is hot. He is conventionally attractive. This nigga could be an idol. And I know you like to lie and be like, oh yeah, problematic characters are not hot. But they are. Sangwoo could never be a hear me out character because that nigga is conventionally attractive. Does he commit 10 crimes in the span of 1 chapter? Yes. But let me tell you something about those sleep-deprived eyes. Those cheekbones, the jaw, you know what I'm saying? And that damn smile, bro. The thing about me is I love a gapmo. This nigga can go from making your birthday dinner to putting you in the basement 1 second after. You know? It's the variety for me. Fast forward, Bum gets kidnapped. He kind of accepts Sangwoo. Bum gotta be one of the biggest simps in BL history. Because how do you see all this stuff that just happened and still decide to simp for this nigga? If I pull up to a simping competition and I see Yoon Bum, just empty the magazine, bro. I'm already dead. I wish I could go back and look at my like initial reactions I had to this comic, because I feel like we all went into this comic thinking that like Yoon Bum was gonna be like the crazy one, which he is, right? But Sangwoo is 100 times worse. Bum was actually just like a miserable loser who was just abused by everyone around him. But Sangwoo actually also is someone who was abused by everyone around him. They just handled it very, very differently, I guess. And it's crazy how this stuff is literally just like the tip of the iceberg. We haven't even talked like about the mommy issues, the hot-ass police officer, the dynamic between Sangwoo and Bum slowly shifting. Spoiler about Sangwoo's death that I definitely have to look into again, because it is kind of confusing, bro. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, because I genuinely want to revisit the series. And if you like this, I have a reason to. Subscribe and tell me in the comments if you would rather be stuck with Griffith, Sangwoo, or Hisoka. See you in the next one.